All right, what's up, guys? So I'm gonna get right into it. So coming into the day, Friday, we had 8:30 news PCE, and usually I won't take a trade morning session on Fridays just because of how shitty the price action is. I will usually tend to wait like PM session on Fridays and Mondays too if there is no news, just because price action is a lot more clean during the PM session. But then we go right into the charts, and so I didn't take a trade on ES, but I did have this marked out. It was a daily gap, right? So I use these daily gaps to determine my bias and what I'm looking for in the day. So as we can see, Friday. So we're trading right above the daily gap. And what that means for me is I'm looking for sells. Okay, I'm looking not really, we don't need to trade to the daily gap. I'm just looking, it's kind of acting like a magnet, right? It's just pulling price toward the daily gap. It doesn't need to trade there. You know, I didn't think it was going to trade there during the day. It was pretty fucking far. Let's see on the measuring. So yeah, it's like 100 ticks. That's a lot. I wasn't expecting that, but we did actually. So, okay, but I did take a trade on NASDAQ. So the first things I do in the morning when I wake up is I mark out London high and London low, and make sure you guys are also writing these down. Like when you mark something out, you write it down, because if not, you're gonna get lost in what you're looking at unless you've been trading for a bit of time. I also had this fair value gap marked out from I think yesterday. Yeah, yesterday, and I only had that marked out just because I saw movement out of it, so just confirmed that it's a valid fair value gap, and so I had that as a likely point of reversal maybe throughout the day. But I didn't even get to trade that, so didn't even worry about it. All right, and I also have some liquidity marked out over here. There's some equal highs that I have marked out, some equal lows too. And these are just points of liquidity that I could have used during the day, right? Again, I did not use them. All right, so getting more into it. So we had news at 8:30. This was the news candle right over here. But right before that, I'm looking for one of two things, because 8 o'clock, 8 a.m., like 8 to 8:30 is when I start looking for my setup. I start forecasting where I'm going to take my setup and where I'm going to take my trade. So as you can see right over here, we have some consolidation. You know, we have some equal lows over here and some equal highs. And what I'm looking for this entire time is I'm looking for a Judas swing, right? I'm not going to go in depth on what a Judas swing is. You can watch probably another creator who knows more about what they're talking about. But yeah, I'm looking for a Judas swing. We get the Judas swing, and immediately I'm looking for a setup. I'm looking for something to trade off of. And I mark out this over here. This is an order block I marked out. But I didn't take the trade off the order block. I took the trade a lot earlier. So I believe I took the trade off of fair value gap a little bit. We're down here. And this is a really early trade. I took the trade super early. Don't know what I was thinking. Really not a good entry whatsoever, but it's okay. We still cashed. So yeah, this is a fair value gap that I was looking at, right? So as you can see, we hit this fair value gap, trade a little bit above it. We get this candle, right? Which I believe I traded this fair value gap off this candle, right? So my entry was somewhere probably like here-ish, okay? And stops were set right above this wick over here on this order block, just because I wasn't ruling out the possibility of potentially hitting the order block and for price to continue going down, which we did do. I was kind of shitting bricks around this area because I was like, wow, there goes my trade. And it was a pretty fat loss too. It would have been a fat loss. It was at one point, I think at its highest or lowest, it was at around down 600. So I was getting ready to cut it just because I was going over my 1% risk, but I didn't. I was holding on, and so we get some price action over here. And okay, so yeah, the thing about these types of trades is when you're trading before market open, you are risking potentially being stopped out due to like crazy movements in price, because what will happen, right, is as you can see, market opens and you see this massive like candle, right? This could have gone the complete other way before price decided to go down, right? And that's why a lot of traders, they don't trade before market open. I like trading before market open because I don't know. I've had success with it so far. I might change it, but for the time being, I'm going to continue to trade like this. Okay, so take this trade, and I set a final take profit over at this level. The reason I did that was because I took the Fibonacci retracement and I marked it from this wick all the way down to this low over here, and that's where I got my take profit at. All right, and my my first take profit, right? This was final take profit. My first take profit was right over here, right at this liquidity, right over here. All these equal lows. And what actually happened? So I was at school trading off the school iPad, and the internet was really bad. And so I think what happened was I accidentally, or I don't know what happened, or I don't know. But point is, I stopped myself out over here. I accidentally set two sell orders to take profit instead of one, which kind of sucked. But you know what? It's okay. We still made money, so no biggie. And yeah, I mean, price continued to go down, and price hit my final take profit right over here. Even though I wasn't in the trade, it hit it. And yeah, that was the trade recap for the day. I'm going to show you guys the bounce. For some reason, this just like nothing wants to show, but hold on. Let me just prove to you guys that I'm not lying to you here. All right, look, 51,574. So yeah, $800 on the day, and a pretty solid fucking trade. So thank you guys for watching. See you next Monday. Peace.